Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. A popular XRP chart analyst says that people are doubting XRP, yet it's built one of the strongest support bases in all of crypto. And so I just want to say right here at the outset of this latest Moon Lambeau hot jam that XRP doubters will have ruggerts. They're going to have some serious ruggerts. And I'm going to explain why. I am absolutely going to explain why in this video. And also, there's an opinion from Bitboy Crypto, who has, I believe, the second largest YouTube channel on the planet in terms of cryptocurrency content. And he thinks that we're going to see the top of this bubble within the next few weeks. The next few weeks that we're going to see the top. I do not agree, and I like diversity of thought, though, so I thought it'd be a fun topic to talk about. And other than that, I got a few additional opinions from chart analysts in this video. But before we go further, I do want to be clear that I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who makes YouTube videos, just as a fun hobby, though, so not pretending to be some sort of internet finance guru. I certainly am not. I'm just a dude that's on the internet. As I record this, XRP is at $1.08. Bitcoin is at $48,333. Market cap for the asset class just over $2.2 trillion. Bitcoin dominance at 41.24%, and it is climbing slowly a little bit, but that's not going to matter by the end of this market cycle. Bitcoin dominance will be in the gutter. Perhaps below 30%. Last market cycle got down to about 35%. I won't be surprised if it goes even lower. There's even more coins. It means more opportunity for additional coins to have that multiplier effect shoot up, which means that Bitcoin is going to have a lower share than last market cycle by the end of all of this. That's what I suspect anyway. So how are the human lemmings feeling out there? This has become one of my favorite things to highlight in the videos where I talk about price. The human lemmings out there, your stereotypical retail speculators. Well, here's the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Yesterday, they were feeling pretty neutral, scoring 50 out of 100. They're feeling a little bit better today, though, just a smidge. Feeling 53 out of 100, so still in the neutral territory. And last week they were in fear. The human lemmings felt very fearful. Well, actually, not. That's a different classification. They felt fear, and that was at 32 out of 100. But just last month, they were feeling greed, 70 out of 100. And so think about this. Again, as I'll keep highlighting here, every time things sway this way, people feel these emotions, and it's not just that they're feeling the emotions, they're acting on them. And but the volatility, it's constant. It doesn't go away. It doesn't stop just because you got into crypto, just because you purchased something. Do you really think when you buy something, you're so lucky that you just bought the bottom? No, it's a virtual certainty that whenever you buy any cryptocurrency at some point in the future, probably not too far after you purchase it, it's going to be worth less than when you initially purchased it. Because you can't time bottoms, it's not possible. You're not going to be able to do it. It's a futile effort. I wouldn't even try, seriously. And so you can feel all of these things. And you can act on them if you want to, but the truth is that we've been trending upward for 12 years in this crypto asset class, and to use emotions like this to make important financial decisions is a bad idea. And also, I don't even think it makes it, like, once you have sufficient data as to how the market operates, I don't even see how people could, like, even feel these emotions anymore. Like, I don't. I absolutely don't. You know, I can feel excitement to the upside. I haven't had much of that over the last several years, so I haven't had a lot of experience with that. Even though I was here during the tail end of the last bull run, when that last leg up, that was bonkers time to jump into crypto, November 2017. Whew, crazy fun time. But I don't feel any sort of fear with the rest of this. That's silly stuff here. Here's a tweet from DIY Investing. He's the analyst that I was referencing at the beginning of this hot jam. And here's what he said. People are doubting XRP. I can't help but feel like it's built one of the strongest support bases that's surely going to see massive upside soon. Plus, we got 2 free airdrops connecting DeFi to XRP. Well worth the wait to get here. Now it's time to rejoice. And I have to admit, I feel quite the same when it comes to XRP. And here's what I want to highlight something here. That's if I could really just bring this point home here. It's the idea of when an asset trades sideways longer, it's going to have a bigger burst. And so let me share what I mean. Here's an article from CNBC. This is from June 30th, 2016. This is not about cryptocurrency, and it doesn't matter. It's about investing and whatever you're investing with. So whether it's stocks or precious metals or cryptocurrency, it doesn't matter. Understand that everyone that's investing is human, right? Except for Bitcoin maxi trolls, of course. That's a subspecies. I don't know what the hell that is, to be honest with you. They're just little lovable room temperature cottage cheese eating creatures. They smell like sadness, though. You ever sniff them? Smells like sadness and cottage cheese. Like, not my favorite anyway. But look, the humans that are participating in all of these markets, they all have the same human DNA. You recognize this, right? And so this is relevant. They're not talking about crypto here, but they're talking about technical analysis. And it's the same here. So check this out. This piece, again, from June 30th, 2016. This, by the way, so this was before the last market cycle in crypto even. Not that it particularly matters, because again, like I said, it's the same regardless of asset class here. But we hadn't seen Bitcoin had its major run-up last market cycle up to almost $20,000. We hadn't seen XRP at almost $4 here. But here's the headline. Wall Street legend sums up technical analysis in one sentence. Oh yes, she certainly does. Luis Yamada, who spent 25 years of her career as the top technical analyst for Citigroup and now runs her own firm, summed up in one sentence the simplest method of using charting to make more money. And this is it. So please listen to this. This is true. It's the message that I've been conveying on this channel the whole time I've been running this channel, which is almost 3 years now. This is true. And this comes from a veteran, not in cryptocurrency, but in terms of technical analysis, 25 years of experience at this point in time. And here's the quote. The bigger the base, the higher in space. The bigger the top, the bigger the drop. And that's what Yamada said in the exclusive interview for CNBC Pro, describing the simple pattern she looks for in a stock chart every time to tell her what's going to happen next. And so it's this simple concept. And humans are behaving the same regardless of what asset class they're investing in. That's why it doesn't matter that she's not talking about crypto here. It's humans. That's the part that matters. That's the factor that's relevant here. They're humans that are stupid, that don't know what the hell they're doing. So they're act just as irrationally in other markets. It's just you get to see that, you really get to see that human behavior in ridiculous form in crypto, just because there is more volatility. So yes, it's more more visible, I'd say. It's more talked about, but for understandable reasons. But the humans, if there's this much volatility in stocks, the humans would be acting the same there too. It doesn't matter. And so when she says the bigger the base, the higher in space, what she's talking about is the longer you see price consolidation, then when it finally bursts, it's going to go that much higher. And so look, as support and resistance levels continually get tested, they're more likely to break hard in one direction or the other. And so given the fact that we're in a bull market, it seems very likely that when XRP breaks, it will be a tremendous break to the upside. Again, we're in a bull market. What seems probable here? And the whole market moves in tandem. This is provably true. So what do you think's more likely? And then, to all the people that have told me over the last few months, and there's not many of them, but there's a small percentage of people that think we're never gonna, like we're in some mega cycle, we're never gonna see a pullback again like we did last market cycle when cryptocurrencies dropped over 80%, over 90%, some over 95%, some about 98%. Some people are saying we're never gonna see that again. And I say that is stupid. STLLPID, stupid. No, humans are not going to suddenly have different DNA and behave differently. That's certainly not true. And so here's the deal. If we have a sufficiently large top, like we're talking bubble territory here, then there's going to be immediately following that a big drop. If we don't have a big top, then you won't have a big drop. So if you don't think that a bubble is going to form, then I could start to get on board with that idea. But these people are saying, no, it's going to run up crazy. It's going to be parabolic. It's just to the moon, but there won't be a drop. And that's just not how things work. Because once you have that huge run up in price, there will be humans that have made sufficient profit relative to what they'd put in, relative to the United States dollar, whatever their fiat currency of choice is. And they're going to want to adjust their risk exposure to that. They're going to want to take some profit and put it back into United States dollars or put it into a different cryptocurrency that hasn't run up yet. So of course that's going to happen. You're telling me humans aren't going to behave like that? My gosh, look at this. Louise Yamada here, she's telling you for 25 years they've been behaving like this before cryptocurrency existed. Like, take what she's saying to heart here. And it's the same message that I've been conveying on this Moon Lambo channel with a silly-ass name for almost 3 years now. Because it's true. It's absolutely true. And so it's not where, so all these people that are so impatient, oh my God, my coin, did I buy the right one? Is it going to go? It's like, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Calm down. Just calm down. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. It's going to be okay. Just Just give it some time, because you're starting to feel if you're impatient or this or that. Like these are emotions, and damn, emotions are stupid when it comes to investing. That's why I just don't have them. They're dumb to have. So anyway, I hope that clears this up. I hope that sufficiently illustrates what I'm trying to get across here. But it's so crucial to understand if you're investing your hard-earned dollars into anything. Seriously. And then there's this from Bitboy Crypto, Ben Armstrong. He tweeted out the following. I expect the Bitcoin bull to top within 2 weeks of September 27th. This bleeds into October, so think about that. All in all, this cycle would wrap up before the fall ends. Take your profits off the table if you are in the green. We are right on track. And so, look, I will say it's certainly plausible that you could see a notable Bitcoin run-up in October. But think about the timing of all this. I'm going to share with you the reason I'm skeptical. And by the way, I always want to be clear about this too when I challenge somebody's ideas. It's not about the person, so this is not an attack on the person, in this case, Bitboy Crypto, Ben Armstrong, not at all. I don't need... I think it's fun to have diversity of thought, have sessions of critical thinking. And so, yeah, diversity of thought is absolutely awesome, and I don't need people to agree with me on any number of topics for me to like and respect them. And so I just want to be clear here that I just think it's fun to talk about this stuff. That's the reason that I'm bringing this up, that there is no more to it than that. Ben Armstrong, obviously, he's a very pro XRP guy. On top of that, I'm a fan of that. He seems to be open-minded about it. I do find that I frequently disagree with him on a host of crypto-related topics, and this is just the latest one, but that's fine. Like, we should all be entitled to our own opinions. It doesn't mean that we all have to fight each other, and we're not. I'm not, anyway. I feel like if I responded like that, I'd feel like a Neanderthal. You don't agree with me? Rah, enemy. Rah. No, like that's tribal human nature, and I think that we can rise above that in 2021. At least I can. Maybe not everybody, but anyway. So he said again that he expects Bitcoins to top within 2 weeks of September 27th. Well, think about this. How did things unfold last market cycle? You saw a huge jump up in 2017. I believe Bitcoin started the year somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,000, and then by the end of November, it was roughly around $10,000. So it climbed up. There were major pullbacks along the way over that roughly 11-month period. And then from the end of November till, when did Bitcoin top? Was it the 17th, December 17th or 20th? It was towards the later part, I believe, of December. I'd have to look it up, but it doesn't matter for the sake of this conversation here. But basically what I'm getting at is within several weeks from November to December, Bitcoin doubled in price from about 10,000 to about 20,000. But what was happening while that was happening? Well, alt season was happening. In alt season, mind you, it would have to start pretty much like now, unless you think we're going to have a shortened alt season. And even if that happened, I still think like structurally, that would mean we're having a shorter cycle than previous cycles for the first time ever. And I find that to be less probable. And so that's why I have a different perspective than Ben Armstrong here. I think that it's unlikely we're going to have a shorter time frame here, and also unless the altcoins and everything start popping off like today or tomorrow, just like we saw in late 2017. I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're that far off. I won't be surprised if it does happen a little bit later in this year. That would seem to make some sense. But I mean, they really have to start moving right now in order for this to line up, unless you really think that this market cycle is going to be different. But those are like famous last words. This time it's different. Not usually. And so DIY Investing, he retweeted that, and he seems to agree with my perspective, and he simply wrote, too early. And I agree. Yeah, so I think it is too early, but who knows if he's right. I'll give him credit where it's due. I don't suspect that will be the case, which is fine. But what did we say here? The longer, what was the, here, I'll get exactly how she worded it here. From Luis Yamada, the bigger the base, the higher in space. So this is true in crypto assets, every individual cryptocurrency, and it's true in stocks, individual stocks. It just is what it is. Humans just behave like this. And so here is this from chart analyst Credible Crypto, because I've been mentioning HBAR a little bit from time to time in the videos where I talk about price, and I don't want to stay on it too long. It's just one cryptocurrency, and I like to focus more on what's happening with the market in general and XRP, because this is an XRP-centric channel, of course, but I'll mention this here because I know also there are a lot of XRP holders that are big fans of HBAR. And so HBAR recently hit its all-time high of almost 57 cents, and then there's been a retracement because nothing goes up in a straight line forever. It's currently at 42 cents. And so Credible Crypto wrote the following: "There is nothing to worry about with HBAR. All-time high was not our major resistance. The green zone from 30 to 35 cents was. That is the level which will act as the strongest region of support on a retest. Nothing to worry about unless that region is lost. Until then, this is a buy the dip opportunity." And again, the longer the base, the higher in space, right? And so here's the chart that he had in association with this. And so the reason I think it's so useful to highlight this, that's why I'm using it kind of like as a real-time case study, is because I do suspect that HBAR is going to pop off, go parabolic, before XRP does. And the reason I say that's not because I'm confident in HBAR's behavior. There's actually not as much data here because HBAR wasn't even around during the last market cycle. It's really more so based on XRP's history. I'm anticipating that it's going to go towards the tail end of the market cycle, which I'm fine with. I have no beef with that whatsoever. And so you can see all the human emotions going along with this as it goes up and it drops down. Oh my gosh, is this a bad time to buy? Is it a good time to buy? Is it going to go to zero? Should I put my money in something else? All these human emotions, just like, God, people, calm down. Like, this is why I keep saying I think that the unsophisticated approach to investing is a much better one than one where you're busy and doing stuff all the time. Because honestly, if you're doing stuff, getting in positions, getting out of positions all the damn time, you're probably causing damage to yourself. You're probably causing financial harm to yourself. That's what the data would show, because traders don't do well. And so even if you don't consider yourself a trader, if you're starting to time markets, that's trader-like behavior, isn't it? It's closer to being a trader than not being a trader. And data says that doesn't work. So why are you doing it? I mean, do it if you want to. I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold. I'm asking you, like seriously though, why are you? Like, are you one of the wizards? Are you one of the 5% of humans on the planet that make money? Because that's about how many people make money. That's the percentage in crypto and stocks. And by the way, if you are in that 5%, it doesn't mean you're making crazy money. You could be just making a small profit, and then you have to deal with the stress of everything getting in and out. And then on top of that, if you're just trading, what about the tax implications? Because I'll tell you what, this isn't relevant everywhere on the planet, but in the United States, if you hold your crypto for less than a year, you're taxed at whatever your bracket is, your income bracket. And so if you have a massive year in crypto, you could lose close to half of what you earn, whereas if you hold for over a year, the max percentage you could lose based on the long-term capital gains tax rate is only 20%. And still, it's more than countries where that's zero. Fine, I got that. But in the United States, that's your option here, because I'm going to pay whatever I owe. That's for damn sure. I am not going to skirt the system. Hell no. I don't need the IRS come down on me. I'm going to pay what I owe. That's it. I'm a law-abiding citizen. And so, I'd rather just hold, make sure that I have my crypto for at least a year, or at least aim for that. And then if it pops off, it pops off. If you have to sell sooner, you have to. But okay, I'm not going to trade, which makes that less likely to occur. And then there was this. Credible Crypto wrote, Ethereum looks kind of droopy. And then he noted that Ethereum needs to claim close to $3,700, to avoid a larger drop. And at the time of recording this, it's at $3,422. And then he also stated Bitcoin, it's notably stronger, but also about to hit key resistance. And I keep seeing that from all sorts of people, including Il Capo here, another popular chart analyst. Bitcoin, bullish as long as it stays above $47,000. And again, as I record this, $48,228, that's where it's at. And then he says, this looks like low time frame accumulation with negative fundings. I'm very bullish for the coming weeks. And this sentiment, by the way, seems to be shared by a lot of the analysts that I respect and follow. In fact, here's chart analyst Michael Vandepop, who writes, the market is going to explode. That's how it looks like. And then there's this article from the Daily Hodl covering some other stuff that he said, titled Calm Before the Storm. Here's what's next for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, according to top analyst Michael Vandepop. And I'm just going to talk about the Bitcoin portion. It's relevant to us, even as XRP holders, because Bitcoin leads the damn market, whether we like it or not. And I personally don't care. Here we go. Widely followed crypto trader and analyst Michael Vandepop is mapping out the price levels to watch for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. In a new market update, Vandepop tells his 127,000 YouTube subscribers that Bitcoin recently reclaimed a key price area, indicating that Bitcoin is gearing up for a fresh rally. And here's a quote. Yesterday, we've had a beautiful retest, so price broke back above the range of $47,000 to $50,000. And we've actually retested the levels that I wanted, which is $47,000. And that's very normal to be having at this stage in which we get some consolidation going on the Bitcoin markets. So for me, this entire region between $46,000 and $47,000 is very crucial to watch. Through which, as long as we stay above it, we could be seeing continuation towards the range highs, which is $50,000. And then I am assuming we are going to get some sideways action, through which altcoins will be doing absolutely great. And once we break above $50,000, I think Bitcoin will be grinding all the way back up towards a new all-time high. And so there you go. That's what it has to say about Bitcoin. And don't be surprised. So even if it grinds up, there will be a moment, again, on the final leg up where you see in a single day big bursts to the upside. Don't be surprised. It'll run up quick. Just like we saw at the tail end of the market cycle in 2017, when in a matter of weeks, Bitcoin ran from $10,000, which was then its all-time high, to a new all-time high of just about $20,000. It was absolute, pure, utter insanity. And I'm expecting that to come again, because humans are behaving the same. This is not rocket science here. And so the reason that you're seeing, more of this type of human emotion, again, it's just because the asset class is more volatile, and you see faster market cycles than you do in other asset classes, because there's a frenzy around this new asset class, crypto, and also because it's trading 24/7, 365, and it's truly global. So like if you compare this to the .com boom and bust in the United States, like there is no comparison. Crypto's global, my friends. So of course, if you put that in conjunction with the frenzy, and it's not clear which cryptocurrencies deserve to be here for the long haul. Yeah. So the bubbles keep inflating and popping because people still don't know. Even after a bubble, like people didn't know before the bubble popped or inflated, which cryptocurrencies would have long-term viability. Then after the bubble popped, each time they still didn't have that clarity. So the cycles just keep happening. This is not rocket science. Of course, that's why. But eventually there will be a time where it becomes more clear which cryptocurrencies deserve to be here. And when that happens, that's when you'll see the vast majority of these cryptocurrencies in existence, about 12,000 of them now, most of them are going to go extinct. They're going to go the way of the dodo, my favorite extinct avian creature. All good things in time. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.